Technique number 10 in the Kenpo Karate for Christ 4th green curriculum is Menacing Twirl. And Menacing Twirl is a belt grab from behind. They have it with their left hand. They're grabbing hold of your belt. And it can either be palm up or palm down. I believe most likely if they're going to grab the belt, it'll probably be palm down. So we assume it's palm down, but even if it's palm up, technique will work. It'll probably work better if they happen to grab you that way. Most likely they're going to grab palm down. So they're behind and they're grabbing to the belt from behind with their left hand. Incidentally, I've utilized this myself when I was in the position of being a substitute school teacher for a while. I had where I was a permanent substitute school teacher at a middle school here in Louisville. And on more than one occasion, when kids would get rowdy and decide they were going to fight in my presence or in my classroom, because the school I was in had a uniform code, they all had to have on a belt. And so I was able to, on several occasions, just grab that belt and drop them down by that belt, and they couldn't do anything about it. So they wanted to fight, and it was a gentle way to bring them down and not really hurt anything but their ego in the process, which it's not hard to do, to hurt a 7th grade or 8th grade boy that's intent on fighting and thinks he can beat anybody. When the teacher just grabs him by the belt and simply sinks down, and he's sitting on the ground and he can't do anything about it. So I've utilized this as a way to subdue somebody. Now we're going to look at a defense for it. In this case, though, the technique, if they had grabbed and pulled down here, you'd probably have to go to a different response in this case. This is more like someone's grabbing you and trying to pull you back here. Down is a good direction to go. Boom, the hips kick out and you can bring them down quickly. But for this technique, the sake of this technique, they grab and they're kind of jerking you back. So what's going to happen with Menacing Twirl, we're going to spin facing 6 o'clock because they're behind you. And as you do, this right leg comes back. And it's a lot like when we did twirling wings and they were behind you and they were pulling at your shoulders. And we swung this left leg back and turned and moved their arm with that vertical outward block at the elbow, and at the same time attack them in the ribs. In fact, in a lot of ways, these two techniques are related, Menacing Twirl and twirling wings. So Menacing Twirl, they've got you in the belt though. It's a lower grab, but they're still kind of pulling you back, and my right leg's going to swing back this time. Because it's their left arm, I'm going to do a downward block, clearing that arm off. Right? Don't touch me. So they grab and pull, boom, we knock that arm clean off. And at the same time, we're going to pivot and a palm strike is released to the chin here. Alright, so in one move they grab, they're pulling you back, we're going to spin. Downward block to clear the arm, palm strike to the chin. Now from here, I don't want to lose contact. Right? I've made contact with both an arm and a chin. This technique utilizes the idea of as soon as you make contact, we're going to snag. So I clear that arm, but then I wrap it. My arm's going to come up, catching his arm in the crook of my elbow, coming up and just kind of hooking it. A lot like we did with thrusting prongs, when this arm came up, kind of hooking over the top that way. So now we're clearing and we're going to hook that arm. At the same time, that palm strike that went to the chin is going to hook around and grab behind the head. A lot like you saw back in Glancing Salute. We did palm strike, came around and grabbed behind the head with the right. Now we're doing it with the left. Right? A lot of ideas here you've seen in other places, kind of all coming together. That's why I love Kenpo so much. There's just a lot of connection, interconnection between these ideas, and what you did on one side, we're doing on the other. Different application, still works. So, he's pulling me back, I spin, I'm clearing that arm, and as soon as you do, we're wrapping it. Right? I'm coming, knocking that arm off as I turn, and then wrapping that arm, catching it so it doesn't get away. At the same time, that palm strike hits and grabs behind the head. So I've got both his left arm caught in my right, and I've hooked behind the head. And from here we're going to pull him into a knee. This technique, Menacing Twirl, kind of has that answer for the Muay Thai, what they call the skip knee, where you're pulling a knee, drop back, knee, drop back. You can hold somebody there and just throw powerful knees. We're not going to utilize a bunch of them. It's just one and the other. But from this catch, I catch the arm, I catch the head, I'm going to pull them down into the knee, right? And as we pull them down, first one we're going to pull them down into the knee, I'm going to replace back here. And traditionally with the technique, a lot of people when they teach it will just, after the knee, just drop down and then raise the right. I like to drop it back a little bit. So don't just knee, but as you knee, pull the other leg back so you can drive with the second knee too. Again, using that skip knee idea. So as you palm strike here, pull them into one knee, drop that leg back a little so you can throw the next knee into it and have some distance to drive, right? So I'm pulling them down, pulling them into this, knee to the head, right? Second knee's going to the chin also. And as we do the second knee here to the chin, I'm going to clear his arm at the same time I'm doing this knee to the chin with a cross inward elbow. This will feel a little awkward. Doing a left inward elbow, just kind of catching him in the temple, and it's not a hard hit. It's not designed to like knock him out or anything. It's really just designed to move the head a little bit because it's in the way, or it won't be where it needs to be for your final move if you don't add this last little motion, because you've just hit him twice in the chin with your knee. In order for the placement to be just right, for his head not to go flying off to the left, I want to kind of keep it center. I'm going to keep it center as we do that knee, using at the same time this left cross elbow strike, right? So if I'm facing, when I turn, they're grabbing with the left, I spin and palm strike, I'm wrapping the arm, come up in knee, I drop back. As I do the second knee, there's this left elbow. Now granted, all this is facing 6, because you're spinning to face them there. Now, the last move, I'm going to plant forward and do a punch, just a step-through punch. But I'm not hitting them with the fist. We're going to hit them with the forearm. This is called a forearm snap. And it's the first time we see this motion, this forearm snap. You're going to see it in a lot of other places after this. And the way the forearm snap is rather than actually punching with the fist, maybe you've missed, the forearm, though, is going to rise up and catch the chin as you punch past the face that way. So I'm actually hitting his chin with the forearm as it raises up. And I'm not hitting him in the face, whatever reason I've missed or slipped it, or I just want to use this forearm hit instead. After that forearm snap, the full cover out will take you straight towards 12 o'clock. We want to go in the opposite direction of our opponent. So, putting all the parts together, I'm going to do it kind of on a diagonal just so you can see when I turn. I grab with the left, I spin, clear and palm strike, hook in the arm and head. I go knee, knee and elbow, plant, boom, there's the forearm snap. It just rises straight up, but it looks just like a straight punch as it comes up. And then I'm going to full cover out. In this case, I'm only going to the corner because I changed it a little bit so you can see. So again, on that same line, on that diagonal line so you can see, they're grabbing the belt here. We're going to step back with the right, spin, clear the arm, palm strike, catch the head, catch the arm. I'm going left knee, drop it back, go right knee back, so I can do a right knee and a left elbow. And when I plant, that right arm swings up, forearm snap under the chin. And then from there, it's the full cover out. Again, this is all facing straight to 6 o'clock because you're going to turn and face that direction. So if I do the actual technique, and full cover out, but so that you can see, it probably make more sense to face this way, and it would look like this. Cover out. One more time, I'm going to do it on that diagonal. This is Menacing Twirl.